Alright, family, so we back with another reaction video. Before we get into this one, I do want to give a shout out to my boy Finesse on the beat. Appreciate you, my boy, for this video right here. Man, look, he be sending me videos all day long, and I'm not gonna lie, this is one of the ones that caught my eye. It says True Crime, Bryce Rose, the aspiring rapper turns to triple murder. I ain't gonna lie, this one look a little bit crazy, you feel me? I really don't even know who Bryce Rose is, you feel me? Or if he was a rapper or what the whole situation happened with this shit. So we finna get right into this motherfucking family. I ain't gonna say too much, man. Let's see what's going on.
14-year-old Larry Ordway and 16-year-old Maurice Gordon were two brothers living with their mother, Elizabeth Wren, in Louisville, Kentucky. Both boys were known to be very outgoing children who had a lot of energy and personality. Larry, a huge fan of football and basketball, was highly competitive with these sports, and also sat on the 8th grade honor roll. Maurice, an aspiring rapper who also loved basketball, would practice his music after school, refining his lyrics and flow for hours on end. Maurice was not doing so well in school though, and as a result was in the 8th grade with his brother at the age of 16. The two boys were due to graduate from middle school in 2016, and the family was preparing a big celebration for this event. Despite having different fathers, the two shared a strong brotherly bond, and their family recalls that they would always be doing everything together. In 2015, a year before their deaths, they had met a local aspiring rapper from the area that they lived in, whose name is Bryce Rhodes. Bryce, also known locally as Rambo, was 25 years of age at the time and has an extensive criminal history, ranging from domestic violence, sex offender status for kidnapping and abusing an underage person, and multiple instances of assaults, one of which he strangled, then punched his mother in the temple as she was unloading groceries from her vehicle. He had a handful of music videos online and would convey to the boys an image of success and wealth. The two young boys became close with Bryce and soon introduced him to another one of their friends. His name was Jackery Taylor. 17-year-old Jackery had lived with the two boys and their mother for a period of time and was considered a family friend. As the three boys would hang out with Bryce more and more, they had met a fourth teenager through him who would join the group. His name was Anwan Carter. The four teenagers would spend a significant amount of time with Bryce over the next year as the older man would drive them around, purchase them clothes and food, and at times would give them money to spend as they liked. Jackery had said in an interview, he'd take us out to eat. He would say things like, "You're gonna do this, you're gonna do that, you're gonna get money." He was kinda a cool person. I wasn't scared of him at all. He looked out for us, basically. Bryce would always promise the boys that they would be famous if they walked in his footsteps, that he was on the cusp of making it big in the music scene, and as soon as he blew up, they all would too. They appeared in some of his music videos, and it seemed as though, over time, the boys were adopting Bryce's mentality of a gang.
Okay, so far, I ain't gonna lie, it sounds like to me that these little niggas was being followers, you feel me? This motherfucking wood act like it don't want to spark, family, for shit. Y'all see I be tired to lit this bitch? But it sounds like to me though, you feel me? These little niggas with some followers behind the wrong person so far. You see they sticked up in this video, they look about 14, 13 little niggas. That's the crazy thing about society now. You got 13, 12-year-olds running around with big pose. Shit, even 8-year-olds.
Gangster lifestyle. Elizabeth Wren, the mother of the two brothers, recalls that at this period of their lives, they had begun to change. Their social media was now filled with pictures of them holding up fake weapons, images of women, wads of cash and cigars. They would attend parties and often wouldn't come home for days. The boys' mother and grandmothers were aware that the two were falling into a bad crowd, but didn't know what to do about it. They constantly advised the boys not to hang around with Rhodes. On May 4th, 2016, the four boys were driving around with Bryce late one night. It was around 12:30 a.m. and Bryce had allowed 16-year-old Maurice to drive his vehicle. In the passenger seat was Jackery. Bryce and Larry were in the back seat, and Anwan was driving in a truck behind them. As they were cruising around, Bryce spotted 41-year-old Christopher Jones walking on the sidewalk. Rhodes mistook Christopher Jones for a man that a local gang had put a hit on and decided that he would try to claim the price on his head. Bryce shoots Christopher in the chest from the window of his vehicle and the dying man falls to the ground.
Wait. So you telling me this motherfucker went to go went to go do a hit for a gang that he's not even in? You went to go get a local. You went to go do a hit. For one, you mistake. It's not even the right person. That's the crazy motherfucking thing at that. Bro, I don't be understanding this shit sometimes.
Panicked
Bro. People
boys are driving
mindsets.
away from the scene, and one says that he accidentally ran over Jones's body, who had fallen in front of him. Christopher Jones was rushed to emergency surgery for the gunshot wound and the injuries sustained from the vehicle impact. And this completely innocent man dies during surgery. There are zero leads to who may have shot him. After the shooting, Bryce drives the boys home and instructs them all not to tell anyone about it. Over the next 2 weeks, Larry and Maurice become more and more affected by what they witnessed and limit the contact they have with Bryce. Bryce as well is feeling anxiety of his own, and he becomes more and more paranoid that the brothers may tell authorities, family members, or friends about what he had done. Bryce gathers Anwan and Jackery and tells them that they are all going to get caught because of the brothers. He convinces them to help him with a plan to kill the two boys. On the night of May 21st, Jackery lures the boys out of the house by saying Bryce is going to take them all to a party. It is noted that they were hesitant at first, but eventually agreed to come along. And as they leave the house, they tell their mother that they will be home later that night. The group of 5 drive to Bryce's residence. The residence actually belonging to his mother whom he lived with, but she was out of town that weekend. The boys are all hanging out as they normally would and are preparing for this non-existent party when an argument is said to have occurred. According to Anwan, who was the first to confess what had happened to police, he said that the two brothers had stolen money from Bryce, and when Jackery confronted Maurice about this theft, Maurice pulled a knife on him. Bryce struck Maurice and knocked the knife out of his hand, and then the 3 boys overpowered the brothers. Both boys were tied up using belts, and Larry was taken to the bathroom where they left him. Bryce then brought Maurice to his knees, and as Maurice was crying, Bryce demanded that he beg for forgiveness. Jackery and Anwan watched on as Maurice did as he was told and begged for forgiveness. Then Bryce laid a blanket down on the floor underneath the boy. He placed a stocking over Maurice's head, and a rag was stuffed into his mouth. The boy was then severely beaten by Rhodes and stabbed repeatedly in the chest. Bryce also threatened the teens who were watching this happen, and convinced Anwan to stab Maurice once in the chest as well. Once Maurice had died, Larry was brought out, and his brother's lifeless body was moved out of the way. The same treatment was given to Larry, and Anwan recalls the boy saying, "Please."
Bro, this shit crazy as hell. I don't know if y'all heard about this shit on the news. I didn't hear about this shit on the news at all. Bro, these is little ass kids, bro. You a grown ass man. That's shit like that be killing me, bro. I hate people who try to play God, bro. You feel me? Why is you trying to play God with these little ass boys, bro? They little as hell. Little young guns. You can look how little they is, bro. And they brothers. Can you imagine that you getting bought out when you see your brother body in front of you? Just, you feel me? Not there. Boy, I'll be ready, cause man, look, I ain't going out like that. That whole motherfucking house gonna be upside down.
Spare him before he was stabbed 20 times in the chest.
20 times.
Rhodes again threatening Jackery and forcing him to stab the boy once as well. With the two boys now deceased, their bodies are loaded into Bryce's car, and Bryce calls another friend to help him with the disposal of the bodies. The friend who Bryce asks to come help with the body disposal is 19-year-old Tiernan Coleman. Tiernan comes as asked, and the two drive away with the brothers in the back seat of the vehicle. Anwan and Jackery stay back at the apartment to clean it. Bryce drives the bodies to an abandoned lot and sets fire to them. He then drives away as they burn, and later that night is spotted at a nearby dumpster which is on fire by multiple witnesses who saw both him and his vehicle. Inside the dumpster, burnt evidence is found. The boys' clothes, shoes, and even a piece of the blanket that was not only used to wrap them up, but was found underneath where their charred remains were discovered. Bryce returns back to his apartment, and once it is cleaned, he takes the boys out for a meal, then drives them home. As they were driving home, one of the brothers' phones rings. It's Elizabeth Wren, their mother. Someone answers it and she asks where her sons are. She is told that they will be in contact with her soon. The next day, May 22nd, a young girl rides past the abandoned lot and finds the bodies of the boys. 911 is quickly called and the scene is swarming with law enforcement. The crime scene is described as horrific. An officer was even seen shaking his head and highly emotional as he placed a white cloth over the two deceased boys. No one who matches the description of the victims has been reported missing, and despite their injuries and burns, sketches are made and released to the public to see if anyone knows who they are. Sunday passes and the boys' mother still hasn't reported them in as missing, as she does not find it unusual for them to have been gone for days when hanging out with Bryce. Monday comes around and
Wait. I got a daughter myself. If days go by and I don't hear from my child, bro, not even days. I'm not even gonna wait till days. For one, I would have hopped on their ass right when in there when I caught the phone and dude answered the phone talking about they gonna be in contact with you. What the fuck you mean they gonna be in contact with me? Like, bro, I don't understand what be going through some of these people's heads.
Faculty member of the school they attend recognizes the sketches. They call police immediately and notify them that the boys have not made it to school and that the two brothers resemble these sketches. Elizabeth Wren is begged by police to not view her son's bodies because the damage is too horrendous. Autopsies are performed on the bodies and the coroner's office identifies them as the two brothers. The cause of death being multiple blunt force injuries to the head alongside stab wounds to the chest. Elizabeth informs police that the night of their disappearance they were with Bryce Rhodes, Anwan Carter and Jackery Taylor. Police immediately begin searching for these three. All three are quickly located and brought in for questioning. Bryce is in fact arrested on an outstanding domestic violence warrant in an attempt to keep him off the streets. The three are interviewed by police and after hours of interrogation, Anwan is the first to break. When Jackery Taylor, the family friend, is being shown
Oh yeah, you already knew Anwan was gonna be the first one to break. Look how young he is, bro. He's a kid. He look like he's about 15. You feel me? 16, maybe 17 at the oldest. You feel me? He look young as hell. You already know he's gonna be the first one to break.
images of the boys' disfigured faces
Crazy.
after they were found, he looks down and says, they didn't deserve it.
He made Maurice on his knees and like beg for forgiveness. He tied him up, or something. And he tied his brother up. He made his brother sit in the bathroom. Like he put a toboggan over his head and then he put a rag in his mouth. And then he stabbed him. We moved Maurice to the
That
side.
motherfucker killing it all,
His
y'all.
brother, we put the toboggan over his head. He put the toboggan over his head and put the sock in his mouth. Like, started stabbing him too.
What happens next?
He puts him in crates. Put him in crates. Like you know, the things that you put clothes in. Left me and Corey at the house to clean it up.
Anwan gives the detectives a detailed recollection of his role in the murder and the lead up to it, alerting police that the reason the boys were murdered was because they had witnessed Rhodes kill Chris Jones a few weeks prior. At this point, police had no idea of Rhodes' involvement with that murder. The teenagers had said that Rhodes threatened them into participating in the murders and that they were too scared to go against him, as he told them that he has killed up to 5 people before. The defense attorneys for the boys say that Rhodes is a serial predator, one who preys upon the hopes and dreams of young impressionable boys who are generally lacking father figures in their lives, and he offers them fame and success to control them. The 3 teenagers, Jackery, Tiernan, and Anwan, all plead guilty to 3 counts of facilitation to murder and tampering of evidence. The 2 boys under 18 receive 10 years to be served in juvenile detention centers, and the rest to be served in adult prison when they turn 18. As a part of these deals, all of the boys must testify against Rhodes when his trial date comes. Since Rhodes has been arrested, he has caused endless trouble. The family of the victims believe that he's doing this because he knows that the prosecution is pursuing the death penalty. So the more turmoil that he can stir up, the further away from that death penalty being a possible reality for him it is. Initially, Rhodes spat on his court-appointed attorney when it was learned that the attorney had a friendship with the victim's grandfather, and
This motherfucker is a menace. He in there spitting on his attorney, bro. He in there causing more bullshit. Like, bro, ain't none of this gonna change the outcome of what's gonna happen on what you did, my nigga. You feel me? What the bro?
and had to leave Rhodes' service due to conflict of interest. An altercation between the two after this incident can be seen in court footage.
Nice cheap shot. You a coward. Nice cheap shot. You a coward. I'm see you.
He tells the attorney, "I'll see you when I get out." Due to this incident, in future courtroom appearances, Rhodes is then restrained in his chair and forced to wear a spit mask. In one of these particular hearings, he threatens the judge and her family.
Mr. Rhodes, you can just bring him up right here.
Why y'all have me come out like this for?
I think you know why.
What?
You know exactly why. Now, listen, stop talking. Are you done?
No, I ain't done.
You've been charged in the 4th degree. I'm going to keep talking because I don't want to have to see you back here for this.
What you think where you live at? What you think at? None of that. I ain't do.
So you're saying you're going to find out where I'm out?
None of that. You got family, I'll be out.
Okay.
Doug. This shit can't, bro. Doug. I'm so confused, bro. This motherfucker is threatening the judge, bro. The judge. What the fuck, bro? I ain't never seen no shit like this in my life.
Okay. You've been charged with assault in the 4th degree, minor injury, terroristic threatening in the 3rd degree, with physical contact. New charges. I'm entering a plea of not guilty on your behalf. Would you like me to read the arrest warrant to you?
No, I'm not guilty.
Do you have any questions? Would you like appointment of a public defender?
Not guilty.
I just said that.
Not guilty.
I just said that.
I'll be out.
Okay? I just said that. And would you like an attorney?
Take me back to my cell.
I'm not taking you anywhere. They can take you back, but would you like an attorney?
His courtroom antics do not end there either. In many of these instances, he would tell his attorney that he does not wish for them to speak on his behalf, as he doesn't trust them, and has already made his way through 3 different state-appointed attorneys.
Well, whether you agree with me or not, the higher courts will end, so I just want it on record that I'm doing everything on my part.
You can put it on the record,
You know,
at a time that's best for you. But if you think this is the best time,
even though you show favoritism to the Commonwealth, you denied every motion I've ever filed in this courtroom, I'm still gonna, it's my right to file a pro se motion, and it's my right to speak what I need to speak on.
I
I don't know if y'all got some type of sexual relationship going on, or what y'all got going on, but I'm definitely gonna speak my mind.
Detective Tatelli and I have no sexual relationship.
Now I'm talking about you and a prosecutor over there, sir. You denied all my motions. Every motion I filed, you didn't deny.
Oh my gosh, dog. I can't make this shit up, family. What do y'all think about this shit? Look, bro, dude right here, he even laughing. He can't believe what the fuck is going on. You feel me? Like what?
I'm pretty sure I've denied the vast
Every motion I
majority of
filed?
pro se motions that have ever
Are you
been
some
filed.
type of racist? Or y'all got some type of sexual relationship going on? Which one is it?
Or are you just wrong in everything that you've made a
Huh?
motion for?
Are you a secret Ku Klux Klan member?
No, sir, I'm
Is that what you really are?
No,
Okay.
I'm not.
But like I said, the higher courts, they'll deal with it when time comes necessary.
That's exactly right.
Exactly.
And
So say less. On to the next subject. Say less.
Your job is to do your job, not to worry about me. That's what I'm saying.
Well-
I worry about me. You worry about your self. I'll just ask you, why do you keep refusing to get this man off my case when we keep having problems? Do you have something personal against me to where you don't want to remove him?
No, sir. I have something personal against not providing you effective assistance of counsel. They had struggled to find someone who could represent you, and that basically Mr. Griffiths is what they've got.
I write the Bar Association and the ACLU, you know. I write them, you know. I see what's going on, you know.
Fair enough. Let's get us a date to come back.
You know. You're going to find out, though. You're going to find out real quick. Promise that.
Rhodes has assaulted officers and nurses. He has spat on other inmates and thrown urine over a corrections officer. In 2017, he attempted to dig out of prison, but the hole in his cell was discovered by officers. He also has sent threatening notes to Jackery, where it was written, "Rats get exposed. Show me that you're not a rat." In one video, he is seen blowing kisses at the mother of the victims.
If we have a concern, what's the alternative? Because then if we might get into a situation on the law where I'm supposed to weigh.
Bro. You know how they say some people on this earth be the devil, bro? in like other people's bodies and shit like that. I really think that, bro. I'm not gonna lie. He's blowing kisses at the victim's family, bro. Like, what? What the fuck, bro? Dog.
The pros and the cons. Ma'am.
Look at me.
Ma'am!
He keeps tiring.
Ma'am, I told you once before, let me please help you understand. You can't just talk out like that, okay? If you can't handle him looking at you respectfully, all I can tell you to do is don't be in my courtroom, because he's going to keep doing it, particularly now that he knows that it irritates you. So you either are able to control yourself or you're not. And I would understand why you could not. I get that completely. But I can't have you talking up in court, okay? I need you to hear this. The next time it happens, there will be a consequence. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right? Mr. Rhodes, you're smiling. I don't know why you're smiling.
Because I can.
Well,
Because I can. It's not a crime to smell.
it's not a crime to
Continue
smile,
what you were saying.
but it doesn't help you, all right, to irritate people.
All right.
And you have a lot at stake in this case.
It's not a crime to smell, is it?
I didn't say you were committing a
Okay
crime.
then.
I'm saying you're
Continue
not
what you were
helping
saying.
yourself.
Continue what you were saying.
I'm
I'm allowed
done.
to smell.
I would suggest you do what helps
Okay.
you, not what hurts you.
Okay.
That's
Do what I
all.
want to do.
Well,
Let's
do
get
what
that
you want to
understood.
do. That's fine.
Let's get that understood.
I'm sorry.
Let's get that understood.
Well, you've made
All
that
right.
abundantly
Continue what you
clear.
were saying about the motions.
Okay.
All right.
As the trial continuously gets postponed time after time again, Elizabeth gets more and more frustrated, not only with the delays, but with the attitude Bryce shows in the courtrooms. On one hearing, she's unable to maintain her emotions. Elizabeth is removed from the courtroom and later tells journalists that she does her best to go to church, to forgive, but she lost 2 boys to this monster and that he is sick. He's a demon. It saddens me to see the destructive effect one man can have on so many young lives. When I was reviewing footage for another case, I listened to an expert witness testify about the psychology of the teenage mind. She had mentioned that the teenage brain processes information in a much different way to the adult brain. Whilst it's in these developmental stages, teenagers are much more susceptible to making decisions based on emotion rather than logic. This is why we importance. Follow my path and you will become a rich and famous rapper. And I did everything that I could to impress them and to get into their path, and not people that I would consider wise.
Alright, y'all. We at 22 minutes. I gotta cut this motherfucker off. You feel me? I can't go too long into this shit. What the fuck, bro? I don't got no words. This shit is crazy as hell. Finesse on the beat. You snap with this one right here, because this some shit. This one crazy than a motherfucker right here. If y'all want to check this out, you feel me? Y'all see the name right there. This shit is crazy than a motherfucker. Let me know what y'all think about this, family. I'm gone. I ain't gonna say too much, man. Hell no. This shit is wild. Make sure y'all hit them socials, though. You feel me? Before I get up out of here, make sure y'all hit them socials. Y'all see the Twitter. Y'all see the Instagram. Let me know if I should start streaming on here. Let me know. I need y'all to let me know. You feel me? I made the little status in the community tab, so hit me on there. Let me know. I'm gone. Peace and love, my nigga DJ. I'm out of here.